Yo, what is up, guys? It's Angel coming back at you with another awesome review. Today we got the SH Figuarts Ultraman. I know there's another way of classifying his name. I don't really know how to pronounce it, so I don't want to butcher it. But I am very, very excited about this figure. Number one reason why is because this is actually one of my first action figures when I was a really young kid. I remember my mom used to take me to this awesome Asian toy, it was like an Asian market, and there was like an Asian toy store in there with all these cool imported figures. And Ultraman was one of them, and he wasn't like posable or anything. He was just kind of like this little small statue, and yeah, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Like, they come in these boxes and you can open the boxes, and it's kind of like different versions of Ultraman. But there are a lot of different versions. I will put his proper name in the description of this video. But if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, this is the box. I did show off the back already, but I will show it to you again. It's a very premium, nice looking box. I found this guy at my local comic book shop for a very good price, so I'm super happy that I was able to pick him up. And yeah, this guy looks great from the outside. Let's go ahead and see what's going on the inside. So I took the little tape that's on these corners right here off, and I just want to show you guys what it looks like opening up the box so you guys can see it with me. And I love how these packages from most companies seem to just be getting smaller and smaller. I really like that because they're able to, fit these figures or these boxes in places that you usually can't, because all these companies make these huge boxes and it's hard to store these action figures. But here's this, pamphlet in Japanese, which I have no idea how to read. And this figure, man, and from the looks of it, it looks pretty awesome, man. The paint, everything about it, it looks good, and it looks like he just came out of the movie or the comics or whatever you prefer. Comes with that little plastic thing on top of him, and then the figure is definitely nicely wrapped. I mean, look at that. It has this nice kind of cloth plasticky thing on it. So here is all the accessories. Look at that. Lots of different hands. Alright, so I got this guy all opened up out of the packaging. I played with him for a little bit. He's pretty fun. He's a great looking figure. The paint applications on him are really well done, and he looks very premium. I do have a couple issues with him that I will address throughout the video, but right off the bat, he definitely looks great, and he also feels great. Like, the way he moves around is very fluid, and he definitely has this nice articulated body that I enjoy. Unfortunately with mine, it seems like that the leg is kind of I don't know if you can notice it in the video, it's kind of bent in a weird way, but I think that was just how it was placed in the package. And the paint on this leg, if I can get the thing to zoom in, it's just kind of weird. It looks dirty, but it's not. And it's not really paint, but it's like the plastic. So that's unfortunate. This figure is expensive, and you're gonna want some pretty, good quality when it comes to the price you're paying. But it is an imported figure. Technically, it is, something that you can find in Japan for a better price. But that is kind of frustrating. But I still think he looks great, and I still think he's a super fun figure. I want to just get through the accessories real quick because there are a lot of different hands, so let's go ahead and check out the hands. He does come with some open hands that are kind of pointing upwards, like he's gonna karate chop or fly through the air. Some relaxed, semi-closed hands. These are pretty much the same thing, just a little more aggressive, I guess, more of a fighting stance. Another version of the open, kind of relaxed hands. These hands are interesting. They're kind of like karate chop hands, but the fingers are kind of flared back a little more, so it just shows a little more emotion to it. And then last but not least, this is another open hand that's kind of pointing back. I do have to learn more about this character and maybe his fighting styles. I'm sure this kind of represents the way he fights in the show. So yeah. He also does come with a semi kind of like grabbing hand, which kind of looks like he's grabbing a beverage or something. Maybe he's, you know, drinking a couple beers after long days of work or something. I don't know. Or I guess over there he'd be taking some shots of sake. But yeah, you know, if you know what this is for, let me know in the comments down below. He also does come with this awesome accessory that is attached to the hand, which I find really cool, and I wish more companies did, because him holding this is probably not possible because he usually throws it in this motion, I'm assuming. But it looks great. It looks like he's throwing the thing, and I always find that kind of stuff pretty cool and pretty awesome. And then he comes with a stand for another, so maybe he's, you know, throwing a few, or there's one that is off in the distance about to hit a kaiju. But yeah, pretty cool. And then Ultraman comes with what I think is my favorite accessory out of this whole entire box, is this huge beam that just blasts out of his hand. It is attached to the hand, and it does sit very well on there. It's not, you know, gonna flop around or anything, so you can get him in some cool dynamic poses. And I'm not sure what this beam does, and I'm not sure how he poses when he shoots it, but I think this looks cool, and I put it like this, so yeah. And then the last accessory for Ultraman is the stone in the middle of his chest can actually be swapped for a different color. And this color is cool. I kind of like the other color a little bit more just because I think it looks better in his chest. But if you know what this represents, the color changing, please let me know in the comments down below. Just wanted to show you guys, swapping out this little stone on his chest is actually fairly easy. All you do is you kind of mess with the bottom here and kind of get it to unpeg, because it is kind of pegged in there to this like weird, get it to focus, this weird kind of plastic shape in his chest. And you're gonna take the other color, which is the red one right here, or the purple, I don't know, pink. You're gonna take the back of it and you're just gonna align it with that and push it in there. And it's very easy. It slides in very well. And yeah, this guy's pretty great. Articulation wise, he moves like butter. Everything about him is so well done articulation wise, and I do love it a lot. His head doesn't look up that much, unfortunately. It looks down that much. He can look to the right very easy. He can look to the left very easy as well. Unfortunately, there is that kind of like, I'm not sure what this is. If you know what it is, let me know. It's like a fin, I guess, stopping him from being able to look up. But he still looks great, and he still moves pretty well. His shoulders can go up about pretty high. I don't really know the limit yet, and I don't really want to find out in a bad way. But, you know, that high, I mean, fairly high. I wouldn't say pretty high. It can go up and move around, you know, 360 degrees, very easy. It does have a butterfly joint in the chest area, so he can reach across very far, very far, which is great because this guy does some crazy, you know, poses. And then moves at the bicep. He is single jointed. I guess single jointed at the elbow, but it still works out very well. And then it can rotate at the wrist and bend very easy at the wrist. It isn't on this like ball joint kind of thing, but you know, it bends enough to where it does the job. And then, yeah, the joint on this is weird. I'm not sure what kind of joint it is, but it can kind of like swivel at the elbow, if you know what I'm talking about. If you know what this joint is, let me know, because I've never seen that before. And then it does have very good chest articulation. Again, this kind of thing is blocking the back, but he does lean back that much, and then he leans forward a lot. These are rubber pieces right here, not this part, but this part and this part. So they are rubber, and they do the job. Unfortunately with mine, that also kind of upset me, was this is kind of creased because of the way he was posed in the packaging. I don't know how to fix it, so hopefully I could just put some hot water on there and it works out fine. But yeah, I'm not too worried about it right now. It does have the lower waist articulation as well, so it does move very, very nice. And then the leg goes up pretty high, and I don't think it goes back that much, but it goes back enough. It goes to the left very easily, and then it does have double jointed knees that bend very nicely, and it can go full or backwards and forward off the foot, and it does have a rocker in there that you can't really see, but it does go side to side, and then the foot does bend. So this guy gets into some great poses, which I love, because that's why I really got this guy, was because he looked like he posed so well, and he just looked like the definitive Ultraman that I knew from my childhood, at least. He's great. I think he's a lot of fun. I am kind of upset with these QC issues like this, you know, the what is this called, the hip bone, I guess, or the hip, and the bentness in the rubber plastic. But you know, that's not really, I guess it is the manufacturer's fault, but it's not really a big problem that anyone's been dealing with from what I've seen. So it just happened to be mine. That's okay, you know, I can figure it out and fix it. I still think he looks beautiful, and I really enjoy the paint job and messing around with him. He feels like he's well done, and I don't feel like he's gonna break or anything. Yeah, so all in all, after like looking through all of his stuff and incorporating all of my thoughts and my feedback from playing around with him, I think he's a great figure. I think he's definitely like an A quality figure. I think he could be way better if he didn't have these issues that I got, unfortunately. But I think he's the Ultraman that I needed in my collection. I think I'm happy that I picked this one from SH Figuarts. He's a beautiful figure. He's painted well. The articulation is well done. The plastic feels good and quality, and I think he just looks really good. And I love the, you know, the face sculpt looks great. He looks like he was pulled right out of the show. It's beautiful. Everything about him looks great, you know. I don't like this gappage right here. That's kind of weird, but you know, it helps with the articulation, so I'm willing to make that sacrifice. But he's definitely a great Ultraman, and if that's what you're looking for, I think it's a great figure to get. I want to get into this kind of like Japanese kind of, you know, their heroes kind of stuff, because I love Evangelion, I love Attack on Titan, I love all this anime. Akira, I would love if they made an Akira figure. I don't know if SH Figuarts is going to do it, but Akira is underrated and it needs some action figures. Her freaking Princess Mononoke, that'd be freaking insane. But I love Japanese stuff. I think we can all appreciate their products because they do make great figures. And I think he's cool, and I think he's awesome, and I'm glad to have him. But thank you guys for watching. If you do like this video, please drop a like down below. Subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I will be trying to upload a few videos every month. This stuff is not cheap, so if you enjoy it, let me know what you think in the comments below. Anyways, peace out everyone, and have a good day.